Curriculum is the definition of student learning. It is the what, the how, and the when. My team improves education by assisting the development of instructional materials, coordinating the implementation, assessing the effectiveness, and maintaining as well as exceeding state and local expectations.
We navigate a series of complex state education standards, textbooks, and other resources, and share strategies to provide teachers with a central guide as to what is essential for teaching and learning, so that every student has access to rigorous academic experiences.
As curriculum coordinators, we are responsible for providing instructional leadership across core content areas, and our role includes studying, evaluating, and implementing research-based curriculum and instruction. We also provide leadership in the development, improvement, and implementation of instructional programs, and we assist in the coordination of relevant staff development.
Our duties can include analyzing student test data, assessing and discussing priority standards with teachers and sharing instructional strategies, researching trends in instructional methods. We provide feedback to teachers based on individual observations and the student performance data, developing procedures for teachers to implement curriculum. We also plan, organize, and conduct professional development. We provide content support for educational staff, and also organizing and leading the committee through the adoption process.
Our long-term goal is to design curriculum guides. Curriculum guides will build a framework to provide consistency within and across grade levels, but it will also provide opportunities for the teachers to use creativity and to have autonomy with how they deliver the lessons to provide meaningful student learning. Some of the things that will be in our curriculum guides will be a list of skills that are essential for mastery within that grade level, and then in order to prepare the students for success at the next grade level. We will also have strategies for reinforcing complex learning. And these curriculum guides will ensure that the same expectations and the same opportunities are provided for all students in our district.
So our curriculum coordinator, Ms. Cantor, helps all of the math teachers adjust our curriculum for our needs and our student needs. She comes into the classroom, helps us do lesson planning, all the way down to planning and creating a game that we would use in the classroom as a review with our students. She helps us hone in on specific information that helps drive everything that we do and everything that we plan. She helps keeps us informed, and she helps whenever we're adjusting our planning and creating and developing instruction for our students.
For me personally, I am newer to the district, and I always felt like since day one that Jennifer has always been there for me with whatever I might need. And it didn't matter if it was something to do with the classroom or if it was something personally. She was always accommodating and always helpful to me and what I needed, and I appreciate her for that. And she's not the only person that I felt like that with.
Curriculum coordinator, Miss Holly Woolen, she's one of the most amazing people ever. She has truly helped ELA transition into our new TEKS. A couple years ago, ELA in Texas switched TEKS and curriculum, and it wasn't always smooth sailing because we have to adjust, and our curriculum coordinator was always there for us to help us adjust.
Our curriculum coordinators are so crucial to our teaching community because they allow us to adopt new curriculums and go through the entire process from beginning to end of looking at the textbooks to make sure they align with our TEKS and they fit the scope and the sequence of what we are doing in our classrooms every day. They support the teachers by taking that textbook adoption and then allowing us the resources that we need and training that we need to understand the new curriculum and textbook adoptions. They also are there for new teachers to guide them with their knowledge and resources about the content areas that they are teaching. They help the teachers that are new to a teaching subject. Maybe they've been teaching for a while, but they're new to a content subject. They are able to help those teachers learn and transition into this new area that they will be teaching. Curriculum coordinators help teachers in the planning process when we are looking for a specific TEK that we are unsure of the best way to meet a student's needs, or different levels of students who have different learning strategies. They help us break those TEKs down and help us plan for the different learning styles within our classroom.
Our curriculum coordinators got together and they did an alignment of all of our TEKs from kindergarten through 12th grade, and they helped us break it down and prepare all of the curriculum from the younger ages to prepare our students to be ready for us when they got to us. And then they got us together and worked with our older teachers and prepared our students to get ready for their classes as well. They've given us some strategies on our low-performing TEKs and prepared curriculum for specific vocabulary words. One of the main talking points that I have to say, especially for Shar, is she's a huge advocate for our social studies department. And still, even though she's not a teacher in the classroom, she becomes an inspiration for us as teachers. When we got together this summer, we all looked for 10 priority standards for our classrooms and for our grade level, and that really helped vertically align all of our curriculum to make sure that everybody is ready and prepared for our next class.
Data is so important to us as teachers. It helps us know where we need to help our kids and what we need to do more for them. And the thing that I love about Jennifer is that she always brings positivity to our meetings when we talk about data, because teachers tend to be so hard on ourselves and we always want more and better, and Jennifer's always so quick to point out how well we're doing and what we've done right, and then she offers ideas where we're struggling, how to help our kids so that they can be better.
I am so appreciative of Shar because she has brought to us a brand new curriculum this year that's really opened up a lot of doors for us. She not only has brought this to our attention and pushed for us to have it in our classrooms, but she's trained us on how to use it. More than anything, I am grateful that my curriculum coordinator will handle my issues quickly, efficiently, even when it's not her specific department. She will go and find the answer that I need, and so I always feel supported by her.
Ms. Thibodeau is our social studies curriculum coordinator, and we are so blessed within our social studies department to have her because of how much that she does for us. In the fact that if we need something, she is always there. If she doesn't have the answer that we are looking for, that we need, she will definitely find it. Most of the time she actually has that answer. She goes through for our PLC meetings and makes sure that she has gone through all of the data to analyze it, to help us to be able to, for time constraints as well, but to go through exactly what our students need, how we're gonna meet those needs, what we need to do for them to step up the rigor, but also just to make sure that everyone is on the same playing field. The resources that she has helped us with Lead Forward and Lomans are a huge help for what we need to do in our department. So our scores reflect on our EOC and where we are within our department because of Shar.
Cheryl Dunham is our science curriculum coordinator, and she's done a phenomenal job of making sure that our district is vertically aligned. I've worked for the district for the past 5 years. In the past 2 years, my job has gotten easier because of her. We are able to make sure that our students in Lumberton ISD are vertically aligned all the way from kindergarten to the high school. Using STEM scopes, we were able to make sure that our kindergartners all the way up to high schoolers are on target for their TEKs. I'm able to see that my freshmen coming in for biology don't have a huge gap like I've seen. Especially with COVID happening, we didn't see as big of a gap as other districts saw with their students because of STEM scopes and being vertically aligned. We're also horizontally aligned in our department. We have PLC meetings regularly in order to see that we're horizontally aligned with each other, whether you're teaching regular biology or advanced. We're all teaching the same TEKs at the same time.
So in kindergarten this year, we have taken on the challenge of doing away with the traditional number grade system, and we've adopted standards-based grading, which really provides us the opportunity to see where our students are, specifically to the TEAC and specifically to each student. And we have absolutely loved it, but I would be remiss if I said that we did this on our own. Because we absolutely did not. I know that over the summer we had Miss Dunham playing an integral part in the science planning, and Miss Thibodeau an integral part in our social studies rubrics that we built, and then Miss Cantor with the math and Miss Anderson with RLA.
So last year was a very difficult year with COVID, and we had our adoption last year, and Kayla, our ELA coordinator, Kayla Anderson, was able to set up Zooms, and finally at the end we actually got to do some in-person training on the different kinds of adoption materials we had.
We have a great alignment as far as our curriculum goes all the way through high school of making sure that we are where we need to be, and that we're covering our TEACs as we need to be, and that the kids are ready for the very next level. We have been helped tremendously by Ms. Dunham and the curriculum department coming alongside us and supporting us to make sure that we are covering what we're supposed to cover. We do 9 weeks benchmarks now that track our kids' learning, and we've been extremely encouraged by the data. Ms. Dunham comes along and talks to us about the areas that we need to grow and the areas that we've really excelled. She's great with resources as far as giving us ideas about things that we can do. She's brought science equipment over to us that we've never had before, and always asking us what we need and just there for us. So just a tremendous help.
So who do I call? I call the coordinators and say, hey, can we make this happen? They always answer me. If they're not there, they'll call me right back, and they never say no. They always think of a way we can do whatever we need to do. A big part of what they do is help with our PLCs this year. They'll come over and they go through data. Again, things I could do, but I don't have time to. They pull it out in detail and help the teachers see it, and the coordinators all working together, they come up with a lot better plan. We talk about strategies, we talk about materials and different activities the kids can do, so we all work as a team.
Well, I think one of the most positive things about being at this district is having the support from not only other teachers but also other administrators, because a lot of the administrators were teachers before they got into those leadership roles. So one of the big things that Shar does for us in the history department over at LMS, and I'm sure she does it at the high school too, but specifically at LMS, we have meetings at least once a week where we talk about curriculum, we talk about all of our testing data, and that's a big point, is maybe sometimes we're not seeing the data as clearly as we can because we're doing a lot of different things as educators throughout the day. But she is able to focus on key points that we can look at and discuss that data with us where we can understand it. So it's a lot easier to be a teacher when you're supported the right way. One of the biggest things as teachers, we have things that we want to discuss and bring forward to say, hey, maybe this tool is working, maybe this resource isn't working. And one of the biggest things we've done in the history department to raise our scores, not only on STAR, but also on annual 9 weeks exams, is we've changed curriculums, and that's been a big step forward, introducing the Lohmann's curriculum, and that is all spearheaded by Shar. And she went through it step by step, day by day, on our off days, and was able to communicate with us and lead us in a way that we needed to be led, and in the right way for our students to succeed. And that's why we're all here as educators, is to make sure our students get from point A to point B in the clearest way possible.